Well, Chiefs fans, one safety leaves, one safety comes. It is late night, but the Chiefs have made a signing. You're going to see this in the morning. Justin Reid, formerly of the Houston Texans, is now coming to Kansas City, agreed to a $31 million 3-year contract, 10 and a half on average. The guarantee is quite a bit lower. So this is, I think, a contract that helps the Chiefs and allows a young player, he's only 25 years old, to come back into his own. A lot of stuff to unpack here, but we're going to start right now. First, they were able to get a deal for a player at 10 and a half average, which is much less than Tyrann was looking for. Tyrann Mathieu is out of Kansas City. This doesn't leave enough room to pay the position. He can't return at this point. And while that may frustrate some, you've done two major things. That is, replace a high-level versatility player in the secondary, and you've gotten significantly younger. Those are the two main things. Now, the rub on Reid is that he didn't have the greatest season. Most missed tackles of his career in 2021. It was a career that started like gangbusters, drafted in 2018. I actually had a very good grade on him. Tell me if these names ring a bell to you. I had Minka Fitzpatrick as my top safety in the top 10. I had Derwin James as the number 2 safety just outside the top 10. I had Ronnie Harrison at the bottom of the first round, and I had Justin Reid at the top of the second round. That's what we're talking about. That's where he rated on film. And when it comes to athleticism, he's not as good as the Badger. Tyrann Mathieu was unique, but in terms of the modern era of the athletic matrix for the last going on 11 classes, Justin Reid's the number 14 safety in all of those. His athleticism, his matrix came out at 96.96, right between Red Wine and Kyle Duggar, if that tells you anything. I think that should. Is he Juan Thornhill? No. Is he Eric Berry? No. Is he Darnell Savage? No. But he's right in that mix. And he gives you something that is not quite L'Jarius Sneed level, but right about Juan Thornhill level. And that, I think, is exactly what they're looking for. Younger, athletic, versatile. In Houston, he split his snaps about 3/4 over the last 2 seasons, 3/4 deep at the free safety spot, and then mixed in about 30 more percent of the remainder in at the box, really being a strong safety with a little bit of nickel sprinkled in. Now, he's played more nickel in the past. He can still do that, but he's 6'1". He's like 205, something like that. His play weight might be a little bit lighter than that, but he's a guy that can do a little bit of everything. This clearly is an option to play split safeties a lot more with Juan Thornhill and Justin Reid both on the field. It also allows what we kind of talked about during the season. We saw it flash a couple of times in the last third of the regular season. Juan Thornhill could be moving down to play the robber more and be in a position to take the ball away more because Justin Reid is very comfortable playing the top end of the safety. He is a leader, and he's been in a leadership position on that Houston defense. And again, that's part of why his career started well and then kind of fizzled as the last couple of years without J.J. Watt, without things going downhill. The whole debacle going on in Houston has been rough on him. I will tell you this, and this is the big takeaway that I think can set your mind at ease today, because there are definitely some warts on this. It's not a perfect signing, but it is a guy that is young, is looking to rebound, and played an entire season under David Culley last season. Now, if there's one thing that we've learned, Andy Reid doesn't venture outside the tree unless he has to. David Culley is on that tree. There's been a lot of conversation between Brett Veach, Andy Reid, and David Culley about this player if they've gotten to the point where they feel that they're going to give him $30 million. So that makes me feel like they understand the fit. They understand the progression, even though it has been down the last couple of seasons, that they feel that they're comfortable with that. I like that signing. And I think, again, you've given yourself upside without a huge investment when you probably couldn't have gotten back your elder statesman in the first place. So while this is the end of the era for the Honey Badger in Kansas City, it definitely opens a door to be at a more well-rounded defense in the back. I do expect them to make another addition either in free agency or more likely in the draft now to get that third safety so they can maintain their dime package capabilities. That is what they want to do. I will also say Reid at the top allows a double robber configuration, something I've talked about for the last 2 seasons that I think this team needs to go to in order to make themselves more dynamic in the secondary. That allows Juan and X safety to be named later, which we will have, to play something that allows them to take the ball away more. We'll talk more in the offseason about what the double robber configuration does for you and what it allows in terms of versatility, pattern match, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of upside to it. But Justin Reid coming to Kansas City should sign here as they go through a number of other changes. I have more videos coming for you today. Don't miss any of them. We'll lay out everything that's happened tonight, even though it's super late. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Make sure you like, sub, and hit the bell if you are new. And we'll catch you next time with more details on what's going on in Kansas City.